Good evening, everyone. How are we doing? Hope everyone had a good week. Sorry for the delay. I've been having some issues with my computer. I had to reboot it like 5 times before I could even open OBS. It kept crashing on me. I don't know why. So, but here we are. I think it's in dire need of an upgrade. It's about 8 years old at this time, so yeah, it's just not the best time to have computer issues with the hardware prices that are going around at the moment. But here we are. I'll make it work. So for today, I think we're going to be doing Sendai, which is a Windows box from HackTheBox. It's a medium because I don't have a huge amount of time today. I'll be doing some more furniture moving around the cross country. It is. So as computers go, and this one has been heavily used, trust me. I've got 64 gigs of RAM in it, but I'm still running a 2070 RTX, so yeah, it's old. But you know, so hello, welcome to the stream. Let's get this party rolling. I have booted up the box. I'm connected to the VPN. We just need to set up the folders, don't we? With the as a continuation for the ADCS C2, with the help of Claude, I did manage to get it working. If we get a beacon with ADCS on that box today, we can actually run the code and see what it comes up with. Would be interesting to see. Funny enough, if you task Claude to write the exploit from the start, it won't do it. But if you tell it to fix the code once you have something in there, it will do it no problem. Just a small FYI there for you. So init scan 10.129 234. Oh, cancel. 66. There we go. Yes, they did. I haven't tested it yet, but yeah, they did release 4.8 yesterday. I have a process for Claude to that I've basically thrown all my write-ups, all my notes, everything, and told it to do HackTheBox machines. It's doing easy and mediums quite fast. Fast, I mean a medium, probably about an hour and a bit. So I'm curious to test how long it would take for the same machine, because I have the timescales for them. I want to test with 4.8 to see how fast that one is for the same machine, same time frame, everything. Okay, so we are dealing with the Windows box. We also have port 80. We have WinRM. Okay, we have some things to go on. Let's check. It should come back with the host, but in the meantime, what we can do. Oh, there we go. So it's a vulnlab box, an old vulnlab box. So let's create the host file, right? nxc smb 10 1 to 9 stack u empty stack b generate host file. There we go. Let's comment this one out and add the new entry. And now we can actually do shares to see if there's any shares available. Okay, so access denied for empty username, but we can also do it with guest. And we have a few shares that we can read. Oh, so you've done it already. Well, let's see. I haven't done it, so what I want is spider plus folder O download flag. True. If I remember correctly, or not. Okay. I think we need to specify only one option. Yeah. Okay, nice. I had a subscription for VulnLab as well, but I haven't done all of them. Let's have a look at what files we have. So I have some user data in there. Public. Incident. PSXEC. Guidelines. Okay, so let's have a look at incident and guidelines, because these are the two that seem interesting. And we should have them in here. So incident. Okay, so a number of weak or insecure passwords. So this makes me think that we will probably find some either username as the password or a combination of some weird passwords there, like season and year type of stuff, and then we can trigger a password change. But let's have a look. There was another one, guidelines. Okay. This one doesn't tell us very much, but we do know that there are passwords. Unfortunately, we don't have any user data at the moment. So let's check if there's anything on web, because if I remember correctly, I saw port 80 open there as well. But it's default IIS page, which is not helpful. There's also 443. Let's have a look. So this is the default page, which has nothing. Advanced. And this one again has nothing. Great. We don't even know the username type. None of this is telling us if it's first name or dot last name or anything of that sort, which is unuseful. smb tag h. There we go, that's the one I want. Basically I want to do an RID brute force to see if we can detect any kind of users. Let's use 5,000. Okay, let me just add that to my notes with a screenshot. And then we can copy all this to a file so we can parse it. I know it has an output as well, but okay. So we need just users. Oh. Admin SVC, nice. Management SVC, which is that's a machine account. But let's filter that out, shall we? Actually, we can close that one because we don't need it. There we go. Cut delimiter. What do I need as a delimiter? I think I need to do that, and it's F1. Oh no, F2. There we go. So we have usernames, and then we pipe that again to cut. Delimiter being space this time, and F0, F1. And there we go, we have our list of users. Users. Let's validate. Yeah, but I am going to remove those. I can keep the machine accounts, that's fine. And what I do want to do, oh wait, we have a space at the end, don't we? Yeah. Actually, no, it's just a new line. Okay. I need a password list. When was this machine released? August 2025. Okay, so let's do this. Let's pass empty string spring 2025 summer 2025. And winter 2025. And we can wait. Yeah, and fall. Let's use the American version as well, and then we can do. Okay, let's see if this works. NXCSMB users tag p pass continue on success. There we go. So we don't get. Did I even spell bottom correctly? No, I didn't. Oh, sorry. Long week. But what we are interested in is password must change, because we know some people had weak passwords and they've been reset. And there we go. So basically we need to try to change the password for these two users. There is a net RPC command, isn't there? I know I've used it on a box not long ago. Give me just a second. Or we can use impacket. Let's try impacket first. This one, okay, clear. Packets. Change password. Sendai username. Password at hostname, okay. So, in packet, change password, new pass. Test. Domain, Sendai. Let's do start from the bottom. Password empty at Sendai.vl. Okay, that worked. We're gonna do both users. The screenshot didn't save properly. There we go. And let's do the other one as well. Elliot Yates. You know what comes after this, right? Once we have users with passwords. And there we go. So we've changed the password for both users. We can test that it works, but NXC SMB 10 129 234 66. It's BloodHound. Because we are dealing with an Active Directory environment, so oh, we even have rights, even to config. Okay. Let's do. Let's verify what files there are in there. So, Spider Plus. I'm not gonna download all of them, or should I? Yeah, let's just download everything. TAC-O output folder equals this. Download flag. True. Interesting. It's excluding anything above 50 kilobytes, and max file size is 2.65 meg. So we might need to increase that or have a look at what files. Let's see. So we're not interested in sysvol. We are interested in users if there's anything else except what was in there previously. Which it does not look like it. Oh, that's an interesting file, an SQL config. I did say I'm gonna run BloodHound and I didn't. I will need to do that. Now I'm too hooked on that SQL config. And there we go. We have another username and password. So let's create our credentials file. Put these two in here with the password test psycho. And then we have SQL SVC. Which we need to validate because we're not sure if that password works. Let's do that now. And it works. Okay. So we have SQL SVC as well. Now let's run BloodHound. We are way too ahead of ourselves here without knowing the structure of the Active Directory. So, and in the meantime, BloodHound CLI up. I'm just gonna use the SQL SVC user for this. I think it's DC. Yeah, and name server 129.234.66. DNS TCP. Oh. Would help if I could actually write properly. Okay. Where is it? Yay, seems like PassMe did a good job at actually clearing out the data. Sendai. Right, let's have a look. So, let's start with the users that we already own. So, Elliot, we can mark them as owned, and then it's Thomas and hey. Thomas Paul, add as owned, and we have SQL SVC. There we go. So we have 3 owned users, Let's see who's a domain admin. So we have Anthony Smith as a domain admin. There's no path. No path. Elliot. No path to admin. Okay. Which means we will probably have to find something else. Let's see, Kerberoastable users. I know that we have write access on those shares, and I'm thinking of NTLM theft as well. But I do want to explore what's in here first before going. Okay, so we have SQL SVC was Kerberoastable as well. Would the password? Let's see, I'm curious. Grab. No, it's not in there. That's gonna take a while. Just curious. So we do have another user that's Kerberoastable, which we could get the hash for, but we need to see if that's the that will actually help us or not. So let me just take a screenshot of that. Sorry. Okay, that's taking too long. Let's not bother with that. Let's see. So management SVC is part of remote management, which gives us WinRM access. Is SQL SVC part of the same group? No, he is not. Okay, so we need to do Kerberoast on I don't have a degree in cybersecurity, so I'm not the right person to ask. The way I've done it, I had programming experience coming into this, and I've decided I want to do cybersecurity, and I want to get a job in cybersecurity. So for 3 months and a half, I've basically dedicated about 8 hours a day of studying for OSCP. Got my OSCP, a month later I got into my first cybersecurity job. But it depends. Depends how much time you can invest in studying. It depends on how what knowledge you're bringing into the field already. I know a lot of people in the industry that don't have a degree or don't even have a certification, but they are very good. So it's, if you like it, go for it. You can learn just by being here on stream or doing Hack the Box, doing Try Hack Me. It's all a learning experience. And up until the point that you go to an interview and they ask you a question, and even if you don't know, you can always say, I don't know, but I can research it and come back to you. It's not a problem. Never be afraid to say, oh, I don't know. There are. Well, cybersecurity is a very broad area. It depends. What do you like to do? Do you like to break into stuff? Do you like to help defend infrastructure and services? Because you can go pen testing. You can even be more specific. You can go into web app pen testing. You can go into network pen testing, mobile application pen testing. So be very focus on a very niche type of pen testing. Or you can go the other route to do red teaming. That's a bit more difficult to get into, I would say. You need a bit more experience to do red team engagements. Now, again, with the other side of the coin, with defending, you have SOC analysts, you have incident responders, you have threat hunting. DevSecOps, it would help. It would help you understand a lot of things, but also knowing how to break into stuff, so doing Hack the Box, doing Try Hack Me, would help you be better at DevSecOps, because you would know how to secure it. Does that make sense? So at the moment, at my current job, I play both roles. I do pen testing and red teaming, but I also help out a lot on the SOC side of things. Why? Because I can. Okay, so you don't like programming, that's not a problem. You have Claude these days to write scripts for you and write whatever you need. You do need to learn at some point to read the code to understand what it does. Even if you don't write it yourself, it's not really a problem. But if you like to work more with servers, containers, and all of that, go for a DevSecOps job. Go for an infrastructure engineer. The only thing you, as an infrastructure engineer, you would most probably write infrastructure as code, like Terraform, Ansible scripts, packers to create images and all of that. And you would define the networks that those work with. But again, knowing how to break into those will help you write better infrastructure. It all depends on what you like to do. No, No, it's not. So I actually started in cybersecurity when I was 29. Up until that point, I was a software engineer. So no, you're not late. With AI coming and all of that, as I said before, I see AI as being an accelerator, not necessarily replacing people. So yeah, learn as much as you can, go for those interviews for the jobs that you want to do. And you're already ahead of most people because you have a home server. A lot of people that are going into those interviews don't do that. For that sort of thing, no. What I would recommend you look into, if you want DevSecOps, look into the AWS certifications for security practitioner, I think it's called. And the same goes for Google, but okay. So you do have some experience there that would help. Yeah, look at the AWS certification or Google, depending on whatever platform you want to focus on. Both of them have cloud security for. They also have certifications for DevSecOps in particular, if I remember correctly. I only looked at the cybersecurity ones. But you going in as a DevSecOps guy with security certifications from AWS would be an extra bonus point for you. I've never looked into CCNA. So I cannot give you any advice on that one, unfortunately. I want to run Kerberos from here. No, I'm assuming that's over LDAP then. Yeah, Kerberosting. I'm here to try and help as much as possible, so whatever I can help with. So we are Kerberosting that account. There we go. That's a different user. Anyway. Hello, the Foof Plans, welcome to the stream. There we go, so we have the hash there. Let's see the type. Actually, wait. You guys told me last time that I don't need to specify the hash anymore for hashcat, so a 0. If this doesn't work, then we probably need to look into why do we have write access to the shares. We are doing Sendai from HackTheBox. Well, VulnLab, but HackTheBox. We've managed to get some users, we've changed passwords to some users, ran BloodHound, and we've discovered that management SVC has remote management access. So we're trying to crack the hash. Well, get on it then. Don't worry, at least you didn't write the domain name wrong when you're trying to run BloodHound and figured out why it's not working. I have a funny feeling this will not crack. So we will probably need to find a different way. Let's have a look. So remote management users, just one member. Ew. Anything good? Don't operate heavy machinery. Now that's a spider web. I would suggest you go to sleep. I still want you on stream. Don't do anything nasty. You'll be missed. Oh. That's a path that we've missed before. So basically, Thomas here is part of support. Support has GenericAll over admin SVC group, who has read GMSA password for the management service. So yeah, we can close hashcat here because that's not gonna crack. It's probably something very long and obscure as a password. And instead, we need to focus on the GenericAll. Good thing for us, BloodHound comes in with actual examples of commands that we need to run. So target group, target user. Okay, so basically we need to add either one of these three users. We need to add to admin SVC so we can read the password for management SVC. So target group, that would be ADM SVC. Target user SQL SVC. Let's keep it simple. Controlled user, and that would be Thomas with password. What password did I set? But that needs to be single quotes. And the main controller is dc.sendai.vl. Okay. And with that, go to sleep. Have a good night, and hopefully see you on Sunday. Tech L, grep, say, is it over LDAP or SMB? Right. Good night. I think it's over LDAP. Let's see. Options. Tech O user equal SQL SVC. Okay, so it was added. It was added. I just need to figure out where they've placed the there we go. And we have an NTLM hash. So now with the NTLM hash, we can actually use impacket, not impacket, sorry, evil-winrm. So evil-winrm pi. I'll change the IP in a second. As we see, tag h 34.66, and we have access. Okay, now I did say at the beginning that we're gonna run that module if we get a shell, so let's start the daptics. C2. There we go. Ignore my local tests. Remove. Create a new beacon. That's gonna be on 21. Ten, 14, 21 on port 80. Oh. There we go. Generate agent. Yeah, exe is fine. I don't think we're dealing with defender, but we are. If we are, we're gonna deal with that as well. Machine stream. This is Sendai exploit. Let's just call it a.exe. There we go. So we do upload. There we go. And start process a.exe. And hopefully he says, if he doesn't get killed off. No, it does not. So let's see if we can run script manager. It's enabled. Exploit scan. Will it work or will it break? It's quite a bit of output, isn't it? Yeah, I think it might need a bit of more work, but a lot of these CVs, as you can see, are from quite old, some of them 2025, so might be worth checking some of them, but yeah, at least we have something working on that path of creating a adaptex buff, so I'm happy with that. Now let's do the proper enumeration that we want. So who am I? Okay. Actually, we can mark this user as owned. And now we can do this one. What does it have access to? Actually, let's just search for that user in particular. No bounds. That's only inbound connections, member of. Actually, we need to get our user flag, don't we? It does say that it's on the C drive, it's not on the main desktop, the user's desktop folder, so let's do yep. So we have user.txt there. Let me submit the flag. There we go. Right, so normally I would do seatbelt, WinPs, and all of that. So that's what I'm gonna do now as well. So execute assembly, documents, local scripts, sharp collection. 4.7 x64 seatbelt group all. And let's wait for the output for that one. We still have read-write on config and Sendai here. So there might be something there, we'll see. I just want to see if it has access to any other interesting files. There we go, and we have the output from seatbelt as well. Here's a question. We do have the SQL password there. Is there an SQL port that we haven't seen? Don't think so. The idea is to try to see if we can write files in there and then get the shell as a service user, and then escalate privileges that way. But I don't see the port here. We might be able to connect through the directly from here, but we're not there yet. We're still enumerating. There's also the certificate authority, which we haven't actually tested to see if there are any templates or anything of that sort that are vulnerable. We've ignored the CA completely up until now. Here's a question for you guys on stream. Do you know how to run WinPs without the output being so screwed up that you cannot really read it unless it's on a terminal? Because that would be ideal. Maybe that's gonna be a different project to modify WinPs to be able to run it properly in here. Yeah, so MSSQL is blocked at firewall level. Um, SOC servers 1080 tunnel endpoint create. Let's see. Impacket MSSQL client. Almost IP address 129.234.66. I just want to test something. SQL SVC proxy chains. I did try. There is an option, but it still outputs the weird flags in WinPs. We can try that out because I do have it here. Tech H. What? Okay, so we did get access to SQL. Let's get back to SQL. I want to run WinPs now, and it's for some reason it's failing. Yeah, it's there. So did I murder Adaptix? Okay, extensions, script manager, disable, reload. Now that's weird. Well, doesn't really matter, because what we can do is upload. Okay, and then access remote shell. And we can just do it via PowerShell. This is gonna take a while for the output to come along, but so basically you have the no color option. But it's still it was still outputting color. So let's try. Not color. Now it's working. Oh well. Maybe it wasn't working over the execute assembly. But it might still have tabs in here and stuff like that that will show the output weird. But I'll have to check. But for now, I'm concerned about this. As to why it's not working. Because it did work with seatbelt. It just didn't work with WinPs. It doesn't need to be beautiful. But when you're seeing output with a lot of color coding and this kind of terminal, it's not that great. Okay, so let's wait for WinPs to run there, and here you know what, let's just drop into see if we can enable. No, we don't have permissions. Okay. Yeah, so I would love a version of WinPiece that would not output the ANSI codes at all, because that would work a lot better if you execute assembly from here, just like you get the output from seatbelt, for example. No, thank you for the follow. Radioactive, I think. What do you mean? Shell prompt, which one? Oh, this one? This is the default Kali one. I haven't modified it in any way. So if you get Kali Linux, this would be your default one. I don't on the VM that I'm using for this, I don't bother with modifying, mainly because you get to create and destroy this VM so many times. It's kind of pointless to bother customizing it unless you create your own snapshot afterwards. Then right, let's see what WinPiece has to say about this computer. Because it seems like SQL here, we're basically actually enumerate logins. I wonder if management SVC has access as well. Maybe he's a DBA, but I don't think so. That's not the path. What did just happen? Thank you for the gifted subscriptions, Radioactive, and welcome to the stream. You are insane, but thank you. I appreciate it. Unfortunately for you guys, I cannot make this font bigger for the output here. But what I can do to make it readable to you guys as well is try to copy everything. Well, thank you very much. Oh, come on. If I scroll to the bottom and lose my selection, I'm gonna go insane. No, I haven't. I don't even think I have that script downloaded. I'm just using what I have in Sharp Collection at the moment, and I think I need to look into the CA as well, because I haven't. So let's just copy that. WinPiece out. There we go. I'm assuming you guys can see that better. If not, I can make the text a bit bigger here as well. I don't know, that does not work. So let's have a look. Named pipes, not interested at the moment. Here's the thing, we could what we could do is try one of the exploits that our very own Adaptix boss suggested. We can try one of the recent 2026 one. It will definitely work because this is a 2025 box. But that's not the point. I think the point is to find the normal way to do it, the intended way. And my gut feeling is directing me towards the CA for that. Not sure why. Drivers, not interested. Yeah, we already know that MSSQL was blocked by the firewall. That was from the seatbelt output. I think that's the first time we actually had a hype train, so thank you very much, Radioactive. We've already done curb roasting, we've already done GMSA password. Okay. So, as I said, we do seem to have some extended rights over some templates, so we can run certipy from our machine and check. Let me take a screenshot of that to add it to the notes. Okay, let's run certipy. We can exit. Yeah, we can exit MSSQL because that's not the path, and I don't think it's gonna help us in any way. And we can actually we can close the tunnel. Stop. There we go. It's not really needed because we're not going to be using it. So exit that one. Let's exit that one as well because we don't need so many terminals. Cert, certipy-ad, find. We need management SVC. Oh, this needs to be quoted. Now, does this take 1 hash or 2 hashes? Oh. And guess what? I think I forgot to save the hash. Where's my creds? Yes. Luckily, I have it in my notes. Take good notes, people. DCIP 23466. Okay, so tag H is not what it needs, so is it hashes? If hashes, but with a single dash and spelled properly. Who's in CA operators? Members. And we have Clifford. About object control. No, where's Clifford? Let's go back. It's the first time we're seeing Clifford, so yeah, so see, he is in CA operators, but do we have a path from management as we see? No, there isn't one. Okay, we need someone that's in CA operators. Or user enrollable principles. That's the main computers. That's a managed service account. I'm missing something obvious, but I'll figure it out, don't worry. workstation. My problem is, why does it say we have control over those templates? So if you can modify template right, okay, so let's write property extended right. Let's have a look for at Sendai computer. Because from what I know, we are not a member of that group. No, but we're a member of the main computers. And enrollment rights. Let's see. Let's manage template stack H. Okay, so we can try to write default configuration. Okay, template would be Sendai computer. And write default configuration. Yes. Yeah, so we don't actually have access to modify that. So WinPeas is lying to us on that front, which is not nice. I might need a quick bio break soon because I've been drinking loads of liquids because it's boiling hot around here, which is not something that I normally say for UK weather, but here we go. If anyone is not aware, this week there were 35 degrees at some point in London. Which is... I can do with 35 degrees if I'm somewhere on a beach having a nice cool drink, but not having to stay in front of a screen. What am I missing? I know I'm missing something obvious, but what? Not useful. We've already had a look at curb roastable, nothing there. Unconstrained delegation, there are none. Yeah, so that's Anthony. But how do we get there? Hey, Agent 57. Yep. Quite a few people got a gifted sub today, so... Yes. I was just saying that I'm drinking too much. Now you're just making fun of me. Thank you. Yeah, I actually went through 2 of these bottles today. This is my 3rd one. I know. But still not. I like summer and I like it being hot, but as I said, I need to be somewhere where I can enjoy that type of weather. Okay, so CA operators. How do we get to CA operators? Members. Clifford. We have Clifford in here as a user. Yeah, so he's here, but we don't know his password. I'm definitely missing something. So never logged on. This is us logging in. I'm looking for anything that might indicate that we need to use the shares to write a file there. This is again us logging in. There is a web SVC user. It's not roastable. Do we have access? Where are we? Actually, anything in here? No, that's my stuff that I've just uploaded. Empty. What users do we have? Okay, so no other users have authenticated, which means that's not the path, going to a different, trying to find information for a different user. But what I am interested is, we know there's a web server running, and we know there's a web SVC user. Let's have a look at that in web. So it's in services, outbound control. Okay, so web SVC has actual control over our user that we already have access to. Config. Okay, that's not useful. Oh, so we have some more files in here. Wait, we have access to these from here. I don't need to do it. Shares data 2. Shares, yeah. NXC. Output here. Download flag equals true. Wait. I need. Won't tell me. Options. Yeah, we need max file size as well, don't we? Default. Let's put 3. Because we've never checked what other folders we have access to with this user. We know we have write, the access, but we've never checked what else is in there. Okay, so let's see what we've managed to get from there. Let's close those up. Users. We already know that one. So nothing? Just the IT stuff? Really? Is someone executing those files? Because if they are, then we might be able to do a DLL injection. System XML. No, we've already shell. This is, I think, just default stuff. Pardon me. Right, give me 2 minutes, guys. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Sorry about that. So I think we do need to somehow move laterally to Clifford Davy. And we need to enumerate some more because we're missing something. AD doesn't have anything. So movement. I'm just running my nodes, but anything in seatbelt that we've missed? Just a bunch of errors there. Schedule tasks, nothing there because it errors out. Access denied for services. And we already had a look at firewall, there's nothing there. This one keeps erroring out. Wait, Booney, did you... Yeah, you said I should run. What was the name of the script? Why can't I find your comment? PrivescCheck.ps1. Let's see. PrivescCheck.ps1. Okay. Right, so let's upload it to the machine. And then from here we can run it. Like that. But I need to modify because it's PS. Is it done? No, it's not done. Let me add it to the notes. So okay, from here. This is a nice script. Really? Really? Okay. So that's basically saved in the registry. The question is, why did WinPeas and Seatbelt miss that? Oh well, I'll be adding this script to my normal go-to. I don't even think we need to look at over all the output now, because there's no point. We already know the path. So if we go to Clifford, we know he's part of the CA operators, but let's verify the password. NXC, yeah, that's fine. Shares. Yeah, so the password works. Yeah, I've added it to my notes, so, and I have it locally. But yeah, I'll keep it up to date. So it works, which means we can mark Clifford as owned, and we know he is part of CA operators, and CA operators has access over certificates. So if we run the certipy command now, which is somewhere here, or not, cert2, and we use, yeah, let's search for vulnerable with certipy to see if this one works. Check P. Yeah. User has dangerous permissions. So now that we know that we have the password, we can actually run certipy properly. There we go, and the template is actually Sendai computer. which means that is it, but we need to change username and password. Well, you can use other exploits to privilege escalate. Okay, so we successfully updated Sendai computer. Out of curiosity, what did you use? One of the newer exploits or something older? Okay, and now we need to request CA I think we need domain as well. We need a target. Yeah, I did look into SQL, but another path that I haven't checked yet is, do we have write access to the web server root? Because if we do, with either SQL SVC or with management SVC, we could escalate privileges that way. Basically get the web SVC user and then potato exploit. We need a target, don't we? Target dc sendai.vl. And I think that needs to be before the debug. What? What's going on? Why are you failing? So request DCIP, we have that. We have the DCIP, we have the target. We have the template and we have the CA. think that's how it's in my host file. Did the machine die? I don't think so. No. So let's see. Name server, DCIP, DC host. Okay, so we need DC host as well. Oh, and that's DC. Let's put this one as uppercase as well. Okay. But we need to overwrite, and we need the SID for administrator, don't we? So UPN administrator, SID. Actually, we can just do CO operators members. We can just do Anthony Smith instead of administrator. So SID. Certipy-ad auth pfx Anthony DCIP 10.129.234.66. H. Do we need to specify username? Yes. Username. Okay. Domain. If not, we can just do the administrator, but yeah, we got the hash. So let me add this to the notes. Where is it? Sorry, I'm just taking notes. I know we can get the root flag, but I do want my notes to be complete. Okay, so we have the NTLM hash of Anthony Smith. Let's add that to the credentials, and then we can there we go. Evil-winrm. 234 466. Attack H. There we go. We need to go to administrator. And we got the root flag. Well, that was fun. Thank you for pointing to the script. I did not know about that one, so that's good to have in my notes now. Thanks for that. Let's find someone to raid, shall we? I'll be streaming again on Sunday. Not sure what we're gonna do yet, but we can figure it out. Anyone on InfoSec streamers? Seems like the Shy Hat is streaming again. Yeah, let's go to the Shy Hat as usual. Thank you for joining. And hope to see you on Sunday. Have a nice weekend, everyone. Thank you.